Here it is, people. A little Scion XD. I was told that it has making some kind of a noise. Sounds like it might be a water pump or some kind of maybe a power steering hose. Some kind of a noise. Don't know what it is. But let's take a look. Hello, folks. What I'm doing is I'm working on a 2009 Scion DX. XD. That's XD. I almost things confused. An XD, and I got to replace the water pump on this car. And in order to get to the water pump, I need to remove this motor mount. It has this bolt here. I already took it loose for us. These bolts here and a little bracket here. And then the alternator has to come out, and then right beneath the alternator is the water pump. And so let's see what we find. Okay, as you can see, I took all the bolts out of here and took them out of the top of the mount. But this bracket right here, taking these screws out right here didn't let it separate or whatever's going on there. So what I had to do is just loosen this up. Of course, jack the motor up for supporting on that motor mount and jack it up and get this motor mount out. Just take this motor mount completely out. This is the motor mount for the car. Take it completely out so that I can now, and then what I've done after that, now I took this bracket, had bolts in the side of here. I'm moving ahead of myself a little bit. And so now when I take these screws out, then I'll be able to take it out. But as you can see, I got those screws out of there, but it's still attached to that bracket. And I won't know what's holding that together until I get done. But anyway, stay tuned. Two pieces on this bracket didn't come loose like I thought. It's hidden under the very back of it. Right there is another bolt. See, this thing right here should be mounted to the block, and I should be able to take that part off, but you have to go under the car. I don't even think you can do that to get that off. And so that's why these two pieces stayed together, is because there was one bolt here again on the back side holding that thing in there. But anyway, it's just as easy to take the whole thing out anyway. So let's continue. As you can see, the water pump is right there below that alternator down there. See? It's right there. So we get the alternator off, then we're going to get the pump off and see what happens. Stand by. This thing in here. It's kind of hard to get a focus on it. But anyway, you got to go into the bottom of the car and take this plastic shroud off to get to the bolts from the, that one bolt is you have to reach from the bottom. I can't even get a light on that thing. Let's see. There it is, right there, okay. Right there. Right there. You know where you can light it up from there, Dennis?
What?
Can you put a light on the side of that motor from up there?
From up there? Yeah, we'll try.
Let me see if I can get a light on that. Anyway, you'll see it. It's the bolt that's on the, you can see it? Let's see. This bolt right here. It's that one right there on the bottom of the water pump. And you have to get that from the bottom because you can't really access it from the top, and it's easier to do it from the bottom. And after I get this bolt out, the water pump will be out. Stand by. Okay, guys, as you can see right here, it's got dark on me out here. I can show you right there. See where that's where the water pump went. See the little thing down there? That's where it was. I took the water pump out. And this water pump looks really like it had a lot of heat on it. It's got a lot of heat damage on it. The gasket was in really good shape, so I assumed that the leakage that we did get was coming from around this in here, because it should be a seal in there or something. It must be bad. And you can see on there where the serpentine belt really stuck to it like crazy, indicating, as far as I can tell at this point, is where the belt was not riding the pulley, it was sliding on the pulley, and therefore causing erosion of the belt. So let's get a new water pump and for this 2009 Scion XD. It is XD. Yeah, I get the Hondas and the Scions and all these XD and DX and all this stuff mixed up. I think I got it right this time. Stand by. Yeah. Okay, folks, here we go. Here's the new water pump. As you can see, it spins and turns nicely, and it's in really good shape, of course, just a water pump. But they changed the design on this pump, too, because if you'll notice, there's an aluminum backing plate, and it's pretty thick and pretty solid, straight. Turns nicely. Now, here's the old one, and this thing is seized up. It won't turn at all. There's no turning. It's seized up, and the backing plate is this thin, metal-like thing from the factory. It's never been changed on this car. So, and you can see all the scoop where it caught on fire and everything. Not caught on fire, but it got overheated and burned out all the plastics and stuff and all the whatever. Anyway, this is definitely the problem with the car was the water pump. And since the car doesn't have an idler pulley on it, I'm thinking that this pulley represents an idler pulley too. It represents, it acts as the idler pulley as well. But that bearing is really smooth, boy. That thing is really smooth. Okay, thank you. And I'm going to start reassembling this thing, and stay tuned. Hi there. As you can see, that's what the, let me get over here a second. This, as you can see, that's the water pump in place. The new water pump in place. I got to put a few more screws in it, and it will be all wrapped up. Also, I want to let you know that when they gave me the new water pump, they gave me some new screws. See, these screws are longer. They put 3 new screws in that was longer because I needed to be able to go through that housing on that water pump, because, like I said, they did make it thicker, an improvement. I think it's going to be a good improvement. And so there she is, all in place, fresh and new and ready to go almost. So anyway, I just want to show you the water pump reinstalled. I don't think I need to show you anything about putting on the serpentine belt and this other stuff. So stand by.